Your doctor just told you that IUI, intrauterine insemination, is your next step. You've been trying for months, maybe years. You're frustrated, you're exhausted, and you just want to get pregnant. So when your doctor recommends IUI, it feels like hope, right? Like finally someone has a solution to your struggles. But here's what they probably didn't tell you. IUI costs anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000 per cycle. The success rate at best of IUI is about 10 to 20 per attempt. That means you have an 80 to 90% chance it won't work the first time. And here's the biggest problem. IUI doesn't address, though, why you're not getting pregnant in the first place. It's a bypass. It's a workaround, not a solution. Hi, I'm Dr. Marc Sklar, the fertility expert. For over 23 years, I've helped thousands of couples get pregnant naturally, including many who were told IUI or IVF were their only options. In this video, I'm going to share 5 natural fertility strategies to work better than IUI for many couples. These aren't the basic tips you've already tried. Relax, track your ovulation, take your prenatal. These are root cause strategies that address the real reasons you're not getting pregnant. I'm going to show you why IUI often fails and when it actually makes sense. 5 natural fertility hacks backed by science and clinical experience. Real success stories from couples who skipped IUI and got pregnant naturally. How to know if these strategies are right for you. And possibly most importantly, actionable steps you can start implementing today. So if you've been told IUI is your next step, but something inside you is saying, wait, there has to be another way, you're in the right place. Because there is another way. And it starts with understanding what's actually going on in your body. Before we dive into these 5 strategies, I want to give you something incredibly valuable. I've created a free guide called The Proven 6 Ways to Improve Egg Quality in 90 Days. This guide contains the exact supplements that support egg health, foods that reduce inflammation and boost fertility, lifestyle changes that make a measurable difference, a 90-day action plan you can follow step by step. This is the same information I give members of my Hope program, and I want you to have it for free. To download, just click the link in the description below or comment guide and we'll send it straight to you. This information alone could change your fertility trajectory. So grab it while you're thinking about it. All right, now let's talk about IUI and why natural strategies often work better. Let me be very clear. I'm not anti-IUI. IUI can help in specific situations. If there are severe male factor issues like low sperm count, motility problems, if there are anatomical issues preventing sperm from reaching the egg, if you're using donor sperm, if you have cervical factor infertility, hostile cervical mucus, in those cases, IUI makes sense because it bypasses a specific mechanical problem. But here's what I see happening far too often. A couple has been trying for 6 to 12 months. Their doctor runs some basic tests. Everything comes back normal. And the doctor says, well, let's just try IUI. This is where the system fails you. Because if everything is normal, why aren't you getting pregnant? You've been trying for 6 to 12 months. The answer is usually one of 2 things. The testing wasn't comprehensive enough. They didn't dig deep enough to find the root cause. There are underlying issues, but they're not being addressed. Things like inflammation, blood sugar imbalances, poor egg quality, hormone dysregulation, gut health issues, environmental toxin exposure, timing problems. Yes, even with ovulation tracking, timing problems can happen. Cervical mucus issues, luteal phase defects. IUI doesn't fix any of these issues. It just takes the sperm and puts it closer to the egg, hoping that somehow this mechanical assistance will solve the biological problem. And for 80 to 90% of the couples, it just doesn't work. So you spend $3,000, it doesn't work. You try again, another $3,000, still doesn't work. Meanwhile, the real issues, the root causes are still there, quietly sabotaging your fertility. This is why I'm such a strong advocate for addressing root causes first, not as a last resort. Not after you've spent tens of thousands of dollars and years of your life on treatments that just don't work. Doing it first. And that's exactly what these 5 natural fertility hacks do. They address the root causes that are actually preventing you from getting pregnant. So let's dive into them. The first hack might surprise you because you're probably thinking, I already track my ovulation. But here's the truth. Most couples get the timing wrong, even when they're tracking. Let me explain. You've probably been told to have intercourse when you get a positive ovulation predictor kit, or OPK, right? Here's the problem. By the time you get that positive OPK, your LH surge has already started. Ovulation typically happens 24 to 36 hours after the LH surge begins. But here's what most people don't know. The egg is only viable for 12 to 24 hours after ovulation. If you wait until you get that positive OPK to have intercourse, you might already be too late. The fertile window is actually the 5 to 6 days before ovulation, especially the 2 to 3 days immediately before. That's when you want sperm already waiting in the fallopian tubes for the egg to be released. Sperm can live for up to 5 days in the fertile cervical mucus. The egg, only 12 to 24 hours. So the strategy should be get the sperm in there before ovulation happens. Here's how to do it right. Track your cervical mucus. This is hands down the best predictor of your fertile window. When you see egg white cervical mucus, that clear, stretchy, slippery like raw egg white fluid, that's your body saying now is the time. This usually happens 2 to 4 days before ovulation. That's perfect timing. 2, use OPKs as a confirmation tool, not the starting gun. Start having intercourse when you see fertile mucus. Use the OPK to confirm ovulation is approaching, but don't wait for it to start trying. Number 3, have intercourse every other day during your fertile window. You don't need to have intercourse every single day. Every other day is ideal because it gives sperm counts time to replenish while still ensuring fresh sperm are always present. Number 4, know your ovulation pattern. Not everyone ovulates on day 14. I've worked with women who ovulate on day 18, day 21, even day 25. If you've been timing intercourse for a textbook cycle, but you ovulate late, you're missing your window entirely. Track your cycle for 2 to 3 months. Look for patterns. Understand when you ovulate, not when the apps say you should. In the HOPE program, one of my members discovered she was ovulating on cycle day 22, not day 14 like she had been assuming. She'd been timing intercourse all wrong for over a year. Once we corrected her timing based on her body, she got pregnant within 3 months. No IUI needed. This is the power of understanding your body instead of following generic advice. And this is exactly what we do in the HOPE system. We personalize everything to you. I just mentioned cervical mucus as a timing tool, but it's so much more than that. Your cervical mucus is literally the highway that sperm travel on to reach the egg. If your mucus is hostile, thick, acidic, or absent, sperm can't survive long enough to make the journey. This is one of the most overlooked factors in natural conception, and it's one of the reasons IUI sometimes works. IUI bypasses the cervical mucus entirely by placing sperm directly into the uterus. But what if instead of bypassing the problem, we just actually fixed it? Here's what can damage cervical mucus. Dehydration. You need to be well hydrated for your body to produce quality cervical mucus. Antihistamines. These dry up all mucuses in your body, including cervical mucus. Clomid or other fertility drugs. These are notorious for thinning cervical mucus. Chronic inflammation. This creates a hostile environment for sperm. Low estrogen. Cervical mucus production depends on adequate estrogen levels. Here's how to optimize your cervical mucus. 1. Hydrate properly. Drink half your body weight in ounces of water daily. If you weigh 140 pounds, that's 70 ounces of water. And add a pinch of sea salt to your water to help with mineral balance and cellular hydration. 2. Avoid antihistamines during your fertile window. If you have allergies, use nasal rinses or other alternatives during the days leading up to ovulation. 3, take L-arginine or eat foods high in L-arginine. L-arginine increases nitric oxide production, which improves blood flow to reproductive organs and can improve cervical mucus quality. Foods that are high in L-arginine are pumpkin seeds, turkey, chicken, lentils, and chickpeas. 4, supplement with evening primrose oil, but only before ovulation. Evening primrose oil can help improve cervical mucus quality, but only take it in the follicular phase. That's from the start of your period until ovulation. Stop taking it after ovulation. Number 5, reduce inflammation. Inflammation creates a hostile environment for sperm. We'll talk more about this in hack number 3. One member of my Hope program, Sandy, had been trying for 7 years. She'd been diagnosed with unexplained infertility. When we dug deeper, we found she had almost no cervical mucus during her fertile window. We focused on hydration, inflammation reduction, and specific supplements to support mucus production. Within 4 months, her cervical mucus improved dramatically, and shortly after, she got pregnant naturally. 7 years of trying, no IUI needed, just addressing the root cause. This is why I'm so passionate about looking deeper, because the answers are there. They've just been overlooked. Now let's talk about one of the biggest hidden fertility killers, chronic inflammation. Inflammation is your body's immune response to injury, infection, or irritation. It's supposed to be temporary, but for many people, inflammation becomes chronic, constant, low-grade inflammation that never turns off. And chronic inflammation wreaks havoc on your fertility in multiple ways. This is how inflammation damages fertility. It disrupts hormone balance. Inflammation interferes with hormone production and signaling. It damages egg quality. Inflammatory markers create oxidative stress that damages eggs. It impairs implantation. An inflamed uterine environment makes implantation difficult. It affects sperm quality. Yes, inflammation impacts male fertility as well. Causes immune system issues. Inflammation does, and can lead to the body attacking embryos as foreign invaders. IUI doesn't address inflammation. It can't. But addressing inflammation, that can change everything. Here's what causes chronic inflammation. And I'm going to show these on the screen for you. Poor diet, processed foods, sugar, industrial seed oils, food sensitivities like gluten, dairy, soy, or other common issues. Gut health issues, leaky gut, SIBO, dysbiosis, chronic stress, and cortisol dysregulation. Environmental toxins, lack of sleep, sedentary lifestyle, chronic infections. And here's how you can reduce inflammation. Number 1, eliminate inflammatory foods. Start with a 30-day elimination of the most common inflammatory triggers. These are gluten, dairy, processed sugar, industrial seed oils. By the way, if you don't know what industrial seed oils are, that's canola oil, soybean oil, corn oil. Processed foods, then reintroduce one at a time to see what your body reacts to. Number 2, eat anti-inflammatory foods like wild-caught fatty fish, salmon, sardines, mackerel, dark leafy greens, berries, turmeric, ginger, green tea, extra virgin olive oil, nuts, and seeds. Number 3, support your gut health. This is essential. Remember, about 70% of your immune system is in your gut. Healing your gut reduces systemic inflammation. Take a high-quality probiotic. Eat fermented foods like sauerkraut, kimchi, and kefir. Support gut lining with glutamine, zinc, and bone broth. And then number 4, supplement with anti-inflammatory nutrients. These include omega-3 fatty acids, curcumin from turmeric, those are synonymous, vitamin D, antioxidants like vitamin C, vitamin E, and selenium. Get comprehensive testing. So in the HOPE program, we often use food sensitivity testing, comprehensive stool analysis, inflammatory marker testing like CRP and homocysteine, omega-3 index testing. This shows us exactly what's driving inflammation in your body. I recently worked with a woman who had 3 miscarriages. Her doctor told her it was just bad luck and just recommended an IUI. We tested her and found extremely high inflammatory markers, significant food sensitivities, and gut dysbiosis. We addressed all of it. We healed her gut, eliminated her trigger foods, and reduced her systemic inflammation. She got pregnant naturally 4 months later and carried to term with no issues. Addressing inflammation isn't just about getting pregnant. It's about staying pregnant as well. This is the kind of root cause work that IUI simply can't do. Now, before we dive into the root causes and solutions, I want to extend a personal invitation to you. If you've been trying to get pregnant without success, I want to invite you to book a free personalized fertility assessment with my team. This isn't just another quick call where someone tries to sell you something. This is a real opportunity to review your full fertility case, dig deeper into the root causes that have been missed, uncover what's actually holding you back, create a clear, personalized roadmap to optimize your fertility naturally. We'll take the time to truly understand your unique situation, not just a generic protocol. And here's the thing, don't have to do this alone anymore. For too long, you've been Googling, guessing, and trying to piece together information from dozens of sources. You've been your own doctor, your own researcher, your own advocate. But what if you had an expert in your corner? Someone who's helped thousands of women in your exact situation get pregnant. That's what this assessment is about. To apply, just click the link in the description below. Answer a few quick questions so we can understand your situation. And if you qualify, we'll schedule you for your free consultation. This could be the turning point in your fertility journey. So don't wait, click the link now. Here's something your fertility doctor probably never mentioned. Your blood sugar levels directly impact your ability to conceive. Blood sugar imbalances and insulin resistance are massive fertility blockers. Even if you don't have PCOS or diabetes, blood sugar issues can disrupt ovulation and fertilization. We're now realizing that even small forms of insulin resistance create systemic inflammation and are being considered an autoimmune-like condition. And here's the thing, IUI doesn't fix blood sugar issues. You can do IUI with insulin resistance, and it's likely to fail because the underlying problem is still there. But if you balance your blood sugar first, everything changes. Hormones regulate, egg quality improves, implantation becomes possible. One member thought she was eating healthy with smoothies for breakfast. The CGM showed her blood sugar spiking to 180 after her healthy smoothie, then crashing to 72 hours later. We adjusted her breakfast to include more protein and fat, less fruit. Her blood sugar stabilized. 3 months later, pregnant. Blood sugar balance is foundational to fertility. If this is off, everything else struggles. But once you fix it, everything else becomes easier, and IUI often becomes unnecessary. Here's a harsh truth that the fertility industry doesn't talk about enough. Fertility is not just a female issue. Male factor infertility accounts for 40 to 50% of all infertility cases. Yet so often, the woman is the one doing all the work, taking all the supplements, tracking everything, making all the lifestyle changes, while the man does nothing. And then they wonder why IUI didn't work. Here's what you need to understand. Sperm quality has declined dramatically over the last 50 plus years. Research shows this correlates directly with increased chemical toxin exposure in your environment, in our environment. Poor sperm quality includes low sperm count, poor motility, the movement of the sperm, abnormal morphology, the shape of the sperm, high DNA fragmentation, low vitality. And here's the beautiful part. Sperm regenerates every 74 days. That means you can improve sperm quality significantly in just 2 to 3 months with the right interventions. This is how to support male fertility. Address the same root causes. Everything we talked about applies to men as well. Specific nutrients for sperm health. Use a comprehensive male fertility supplement like Rejuva Sperm, which contains all the nutrients you need in the right dosages. Reduce heat exposure. Get a comprehensive semen analysis. So I recently published a case study showing how impactful positive changes can be on male fertility. We addressed gut health, inflammation, blood sugar balance, and environmental toxins. The results were remarkable. You can find the link to the study in the description below as well. Here's what I want you to understand. If male factor is part of the issue, doing IUI without addressing sperm quality first is putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. You're spending thousands of dollars without fixing the actual problem. But if you take 2 to 3 months to optimize sperm health first, you might not need IUI at all. Both partners need to be all in on this journey, on your journey. Fertility is a team sport, and when both partners commit to the HOPE system, magic happens. So I've just covered 5 natural fertility hacks that work better than IUI for many couples. Perfecting your timing, optimizing cervical mucus, addressing chronic inflammation, balance blood sugar, and support both partners. But here's the thing, these strategies work best when they're personalized to your unique situation and implemented systematically as part of a comprehensive plan. That's exactly what the HOPE program does. The HOPE system isn't about Band-Aids or quick fixes. It's about comprehensive testing to find your root causes. We don't guess, we test. We find out exactly what's going on in your body. Comprehensive hormone panels, inflammatory markers, gut health testing, food sensitivities, nutrient deficiencies, male fertility testing. Number 2, a personalized plan designed specifically for you. Not a generic protocol, a plan based on your test results, your body, your situation. Number 3, addressing all the root causes simultaneously, because fertility isn't about fixing one thing. It's about optimizing your entire system. Nutrition, supplements, lifestyle, stress management, environmental detox, timing, and technique. Number 4, ongoing support and accountability. You're not doing this alone. You have weekly Q&A calls with me, a private community of women on the same journey as you. My team supporting you every step of the way. 5, a system that creates lasting fertility. We're not just trying to get you pregnant once. We're creating a foundation of health that supports natural conception, healthy pregnancy, postpartum recovery, and long-term vitality. Natalia tried for 20 months, told IUI was her only next step. She joined the HOPE program instead and pregnant in 4 months naturally. Sandy tried for 7 years, unexplained infertility, found the root causes through the HOPE program, also pregnant naturally. And there are hundreds more just like them. These aren't miracles. These are the results of a proven system that addresses root causes. If you've tried other treatments that don't work, if you're frustrated by doctors who tell you everything looks normal, but you're still not pregnant, if you know deep down that there's a better way, the HOPE program might be exactly what you've been looking for. Here's what I want you to understand. IUI isn't a bad option, but it shouldn't be your first option. Not when there are natural strategies that actually address why you're not getting pregnant. Not when you can potentially avoid thousands of dollars and invasive procedures by doing the foundational work first. I'm not saying IUI never works. I'm saying trying the root cause approach first, give your body 3 to 4 months to heal, optimize, and rebalance. Then, if you still need IUI, at least you'll be going into it with the best possible foundation. And who knows, you might not need it at all. I want to invite you to book a free personalized fertility assessment with my team. On this call, we will review your complete fertility history, identify what's been overlooked, determine which root causes are most likely affecting you, create a clear action plan forward, see if the HOPE program is the right fit. This isn't a sales call. It's a real assessment where we dig deep into your situation and give you actionable next steps. Click the link in the description below to apply. You don't have to do this alone anymore. You don't have to keep guessing, researching, trying random things and hoping that they work. You can have a personalized plan. You can have expert guidance. You can have support every step of the way. Because here's the truth. Your body wants to get pregnant. It was designed to get pregnant. But if there are obstacles in the way, inflammation, blood sugar issues, poor timing, cervical mucus problems, maybe male factor issues, your body can't do what it's designed to do. Our job is to remove those obstacles. And when we do, pregnancy becomes possible. So don't give up. Don't resign yourself to expensive treatments without trying the root cause approach first. Download your free egg quality guide, book your assessment, and let's get to work, because you can get pregnant. You can become a mom, and I'm here to help you make that happen. To keep learning about natural fertility strategies, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. And leave a comment below. Let me know, have you been told IUI is your next step? What questions do you have about these natural strategies that I just explained? I read every comment and I'm here to support you. Until the next video, stay fertile. And remember, there's always hope.